gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, fuck all the bullshit. Real talk today. What it is Adam 22. Do you not get it? Do you not hear? Woo! Do you not hear the words coming out of your mouth? In a menudo style, in a direct fashion, I do. And I'm going to say it with my chest. We're going to get straight to it, man. Adam 22 from No Jumper. Now, I don't know this man. This man don't know me. We quite possibly will never, ever, ever meet. And I'm cool with that, man. I'm comfortable knowing that I stand my ground 10 toes down for the gente, for the raza, for the people, right? For all people, black and brown. That I could say is factual and actual, right? And actual factual. Now, what I will say is this. He had a live last night. I listened to the podcast, the No Jumper podcast. And already on Gunners Collective, I dropped a video concerning one Poetic Flacco, man, and how he got G-checked by AD Steel, right? And I thought he had that coming. I felt he was trying to minimize his role in the situation concerning American Cholo and the post that was put out there. Hey, Spence on Natira, humps, if your name's on it, then you need to own that shit. That's just right off the top. But Adam, one thing I do know in business, having a business acumen and being around for a little while and being an OG in the game, I know straight up, right? Nothing goes past your desk without you signing off on it. You know, if you felt like you said in your own words that it was newsworthy and it was something that should be put out there and it was something you felt so strong about that American Cholo said, Holmes, without doing your due diligence, you signed off on that. You need to own that, right? But that's furthest from what I want to talk about right now. What I want to talk about, gente, and I've spoken on it in the past, and I'm going to say it right now with my motherfucking chest on power. I definitely will, right? Adam made some derogatory statements himself last night, which were conveniently edited out this morning on certain videos. Oh, pobre si. But see, I'm up on game, Humps. I sit there and I listen just like everyone else because I'm tuned in and turned up. Because I need to know what's going on, especially when it involves the raza and involves the minority people, man. I like to stay ahead of the game. 2 steps ahead, not just one. 2 steps forward, take 2 steps back. Do I look like a cat on a Paula Abdul video? Childish, Humps. I ain't trying to hold on like in Vogue. What I'm trying to do is keep it real, right? Realer than the real deal, Holyfield with 2 ears. And I will tell you this. There was statements made, derogatory statements, I felt as being a brown member of the raza, Humps, that I just thought were put in there specifically to play with the people or to basically minimize the contribution of the people to the fabric of America, right? We'll say it like that. Now trip out. One of the statements that he made was he said that he went home after all American Cholo and his people pulled up, that Adam actually went home and the Mexicans that were mowing his lawn, right, were looking at him funny. And he wondered if they were watching the podcast, if they knew what was going on. Now, come on, man. Okay, that's a statement that didn't need to be made. Okay, if Mexicans mow lawns, so what? So be it. They're out there striving. They're out there working hard for their bag, Homes. I can't be mad at them. I ain't mad at anybody. I ain't mad if there's a white guy mowing my lawn, if there's a black guy mowing my lawn. But guess what? I'm a man. I'm on my own motherfucking lawn, right? Quietly as it's kept. But, I mean, that's cool. You got money. You're having a bag like that, man. You got people mowing your lawn, and it just happens to be Mexicans. That's fine and dandy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with the brown man rolling up out of bed, man, throwing his boots on and getting straight to it. You know what I mean? He knew better, so he did better. The thing is when you said that they're looking at you some type of way, you know, you're trying to minimize the situation and downplay it and make jokes out of it. You know, you're making jokes at the fucking, basically about raza. That's the way I see it. Now, I could be wrong. I could be taking it totally out of context, but we know all about that, right, Adam? Things taken out of context. But that's the way I seen it. Another statement he kept making over and over again is that Duno was crying or Duno was scared. No, Duno knows what's up. See, let me tell you something, Adam. Let me explain something to you. Sit down here. Knowledge you definitely won't get in college, but you get in the West Coast motherfucking college of the gun, right? Street knowledge. When you're a brown man and you're dealing with your people and your people are feeling some type of way, they're feeling disrespected, Holmes. You need to answer for that. Okay, Duno knows what he signed up for. Just like when you're a gang member and you go to prison, you know what you signed up for. Okay, you signed up for guerra. You signed up for defending your household. You signed up for homes representing your cause and what you truly believe in, no matter what side you're on. Okay, that's just part of the game. Ask any old active youngster and he'll tell you, you got to know what you signed up for. Now, a lot of people don't know what they signed up for, but it entails a lot and they find out and they go as they go. And that's just part of the game, man. Such is life. One never knows, does one? What I do know, what I signed up for right here on YouTube, man, is to keep it real, to spit facts, to not defecate on a man's character unless he's got that coming, and unless I'm willing to stand on my 10 concerning that and represent what I truly believe in, the words that are coming the fuck about my mouth, right? And Adam, I'm sure that you feel the same way. Like you said, man, you didn't want to bring the post down. You were really against it because of the freedom of speech and because you felt it was newsworthy. Okay, and against your best judgment and at the benefit of Duno, you did it because you felt Duno found himself in a sticky situation with his people. And absolutely, it could have went that route. See, he's a brown man, Holmes, that works for your podcast. He's a brown man that represents the brown people, whether he does or not. That's the way we see it. When we see a brown man on a podcast that's predominantly Africanos and a white guy, man, hey, we say we're glad we got some representation, Humps. We're glad that we're able to get our foot in the door. That's right, man. Much love and respect to that brown man doing his thing, you know? Hey, you know what? And I got to commend you, Adam, for hiring Duno and having him on there to be the face of the brown people. Whether that's the way you look at it or not, that's the way we perceive it. I know I do and a lot of people do as well. Okay? So we got to give you respects and props for that. But when you're making fucking different derogatory statements like, oh, he was scared, he was crying. Oh, there goes Duno crying again. There he goes, scary. That man had every right and reason to be concerned. I'm not going to say he was scary. I'm not going to put that on that man's plato. I'm not going to say motherfucking, what's his name was beep, 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 beep. That's all, folks. Scary, poetic flaco. I'm saying these men, of course, need to hold it down for what they truly believe in. They're working for you. You need to hold it down for your employees as well, or you're going to have some disgruntled employees eventually, right? Eventually, Uncle Adam 22, people are going to start seeing you for what I truly see that you are, and that is a culture vulture and someone who doesn't back the play of his own people, Humps, but his people are subservient and back his play. You know, doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. Doesn't matter that you're a white guy. Doesn't matter if you're brown, black. None of that matters. What all matters at the end of the day is the way that you treat your people and your team around you. Okay, now I understand that ultimately you did take down this post because you were concerned for the safety and security of Duno and probably yourself. More likely yourself than anything, because the way you minimized Duno's role in this and the way that you said that he was just, he was scared and he was crying. You don't know how Mexicans play, bro. Well, let me explain. Let me explain something to you. Not explain, let me explain something to you. Mexicans are different. Essays are different. Okay? When we as a brown people feel disrespected, Holmes, there is no in between. There is no low level disrespect. There is no high level disrespect. Disrespect is disrespect. And if motherfuckers feel they have to pull up to have that conversation, Holmes, it's already went that far. Now, there was a lot of other things behind it. You know, a lot of death threats, a lot of people making assumptions that American Cholo was some type of way, Holmes, without really looking really into it. And there's people that still truly and honestly believe that, and to each their own. I don't like the motherfucker, man. You know, I'm going to be straight up with you. And it has nothing to do with racism or prejudice. It has to do with personal agenda. And it has to do with me just not liking him because of things he said personally against me. And we will get our time to shine. You know, everyone has their chance. I'm not ducking and dodging, and I'm sure he isn't either. And I'm going to give him that respect, Holmes. We will sit down one day, whether it's forced or whether it just happens fucking organically. It will happen. Now, I will say this, Adam 22, when you made the statements about the lawnmowers and that, I mean, it might have sounded funny at the time. You might have been trying to be a funny guy. You might have just been joking, and it may be taken out of context. But man, people always throw that joke in. It's funny. Oh, Mexicans, they be mowing my lawn, and Mexicans are lawnmowers, and Mexicans fucking work at fucking Home Depot, and they're in front of, you know, it gets old after a while. It gets old after a while. It starts to become repetitive and people start to see it for what it is, and it's taking shots, bro. It's literally taking shots. Oh, I wonder if they were looking at me funny. Nah, they probably wanted their money you owed them. Pay them motherfuckers, bro. You know what I mean? That's why your lawn's looking tip top. That's why your lawn's on point. Pay them. That's probably why they was looking at you. Hey, mister, right? Say, can we get our feria? Or did you see my podcast? ¿De qué? De pinche parque. ¿Qué pasó con un pinche parque? Yo quiero mi feria. That's it. ¿Tiene cambio? Because I have honeys, mister. Right? All they have is hundreds. They need their motherfucking cambio. Give them their change, homes. Give them their bread so they can get on down the road, homes, and go get them a fat white girl, so they can get some Arby's and win. Because that's what the motherfuckers is after anyways. You know, and I know. Everything else goes back to the wifey on the rancho. Bang, bang. There it is. There's the whole story. Now, look, when you decided to say things like that and to belittle Duno and act like he was jumping the gun and maybe he was fucking out of character and maybe he was looking into it for something worse than it was. Well, eventually, Adam, you found out, huh? You found out when everybody pulled up that it was really serious. It was very serious. One thing about the brown people, man, and the black people I've learned a long time ago, and the white people as well, is we don't play. Ain't nobody playing around here, man. Them's jokes, y'all. Them's jokes. Yeah, them's our jokes. But some people don't know how to take a joke. Okay, some people know there's a time for play and there's a time for realness. And that obviously was a time for realness. Okay, a time for respect, a time for realness, a time for choosing your words wisely and correctly, a time for showing face, to which, Adam, you did it. Now, I understand you had prior engagements, you had a poker tournament or whatever the case may be. Hey, you're a big man in the industry. You're doing your thing. You have people that work for you to deal with things like that. But I still honestly believe in my heart of hearts, my little old bitty brown heart, right, that you should have at least been there to back the play of your people. Okay, I commend AD for holding it down. You know, for being the voice in the wind, homes, to be that peaceful voice to hold it down. Just like he said, man, he could have easily called 40, 50 of his homeboys and it could have got ugly. But why? He never perceived a threat because the threat was never there. People were coming just to talk, man, and show solidarity and love. Okay, and get their point across. Okay, to me, it seems like you're minimizing the situation and you flip-flop. One day it's like, oh, yeah, you know what? It could have got ugly. Yeah, it could have, right? And then the next minute, but you know, it is what it is. You're still sticking 10 toes to the ground concerning journalism and that it was newsworthy. What was so newsworthy about a YouTuber supposedly that said the word coon or the N-word, right? What's newsworthy about that? You know what's newsworthy is those children out there in the streets that ain't got shit to eat. You know, then people being incarcerated, homes, and being slandered just for being fucking a person of color. The people that are getting hurt every day out on the streets, the street vendors that are getting fucking smashed on. That's newsworthy, homes. Not one YouTuber that says a fucking derogatory word. If that's the case and you feel so highly high-powered about it, you ain't got to put it out there publicly, homes. You can address that man. Now, I understand the whole fucking gist of it was because he was the one on the forefront of the fight against Tyga. And you felt that if for no other reason, or your group or team felt that this was the get backs for Tiger. Like, how can you speak on Tiger Holmes if you have skeletons and dirt in your closet? I understand that. That's quite understandable. And I see, Holmes, that's the art of war, tit for tat, tat for tits, right? I understand. But at the end of the day, grown men do grown men things. And there's other ways to handle that situation rather than make it public. Okay, I'm just saying, though. You know, whether he is guilty of what he said or he is not, I'm not going to speak either way on it. I just know one thing is for certain, man. The people felt like enough was enough and the slandering was too far gone. Okay, I'm glad that it all turned out peaceful. I'm glad that there was no repercussions for the actions. I'm glad that people handled their business. But obviously for Poetic Flacco, it's not ended quite yet. It seems like AD Steele was pretty upset, man. He's pretty upset because I think he knows just how real the streets get. Him being from the streets and knowing what time it is, right? So I think he feels some type of way. And that's something Mr. Poetic Flacco will have to deal with on his own and his lonesome. And that's just real. Now, Adam, the main thing here is, do you not get it? Do you not get it? You're laughing. When people are talking about race war, you laugh about it. It would have never came to that point. Are you sure? Do you understand how words, one single word, could flip that switch? 15, 20 years of the fight of getting the shit together, homes, of changing The outlook in Northern and Southern California, of people in Oakland, man, showing each other love, of people in LA having truces and showing people love, can all change over one word. You know, a word that was misconstrued and put out there over what? Clout? Over what? Views? Over what? A whole lot of bullshit? Yes, we're all chasing that elusive bag. We need that. And you got it a little bit more extensively than others. So you know what it tastes like, right? Once you've had that pop, homie, you can't stop. And that's understandable. But at the end of the day, man, don't utilize another man's livelihood and shit on him to get ahead, homes, because that never works out for anyone. Believe that. I've seen it plenty of times in and out of the penitentiary, right? I said the penitentiary because that's the way I like to say it. Penitentiary. You know what I mean? To be politically correct. One thing I will say is this. Now, these derogatory statements or these not taking things serious or this even shitting on Duno, talking about he was crying and he was scared. Shit. I understand that man's plight. You know, I don't think that man was crying. I think he was not scared, but basically concerned for his safety. You know, like he was saying, hey, my people are tripping. You know, his people were tripping. You know, it's like, hey, bro, what the fuck's going on, bro? What's up with your people in there, homie? You know, we're your people as well. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to decide, homes. People don't like to make people choose, but they will if it comes down to it. Okay, and politically in California, and politically, I think you know enough, Adam, to know that, hey, Spencer, homes, you need to rock with your people at the end of the day. That's an unspoken rule. That's just the way it is. I know it's unfortunate, and that's what we're trying to get past here, is we're trying to get past the term you people, our people, my people. We're all people. You scream, I scream, we all scream, I scream, right? We're trying to get past the bullshit. On power we are, right? But certain individuals seem to flake it off like it ain't nothing. It seems like you're one of these guys in this situation that keeps fucking acting like, man, this shit don't affect me. Or this shit wasn't really that serious. Or yeah, it wasn't, but it could have been. You know, you need to think about things like that before you jump the gun and talk about the Mexicans mowing your lawn. We're looking at you funny. Because you never know when the Mexicans mowing your lawn will look at you funny. You know, sometimes what you joke about, homes, comes back to bite you in the nalgas. That means the ass. You know what I mean? Say it with your chest, like Wes. Wes knows all about ass. He puts shit up there. Anyways, with that being said, man, it's just something I wanted to touch on and something I wanted to put out there and speak on, because I believe, I truly honestly believe, in order to get over this hump, in order to come together as a gente and as a people, we all need to own our mistakes. We all need to own what we say, and we all need to take it serious and stop joking about situations like this, man. Because a motherfucking candle was meant to be lit, right? It's meant to flicker and illuminate and show light, homes. But if that candle gets knocked over, homes, it could cause chaos, right? We don't need candles knocked over. Right now, we need flames lit and everyone to shine and everyone to win. And I hope, and I commend you on Adam on your fucking business acumen. And I hope that you stay shining. And I respect and definitely want people to watch your platform, because I watch it every day, man. But come on, man, that's a bad look, bro. That is definitely a bad look. Take things more serious, homes, before serious things take you. And that's just what it is, allegedly. I'm just saying, though. With that being said, gente, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that everybody gets everything that they want coming to them. This Spencer that I got to rant and rave sometimes, but sometimes I got to say it with my chest. Whatever's on my mind. My mentality be like that sometimes, homes. I'm just a firm and true believer in the people. This Spencer on La Tira, homes, it really means fucking something to me. You know, I've always been that way, home, and I will continue as such. Adam, remind your own, homes, or your own will remind you. I'm sure they will. You know, as far as AD, again, respects. Duno, respects Canalito, homes. You held it down, man. Hey, you were there, brother. You were there, man. And I understand what it is to be put in a situation like that. Adam will never understand, homes. He'll never understand that situation, man, when there's 50 fucking brown men on your line, you know? It gets icky sticky. Beautiful cover girl. You know what I mean? He knows about that. Anyways, with that being said, man, if you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time for your mind. I fucking appreciate that. The notification bell is there. Hit the notification so that way you know when I'm online, because I'm making it happen. The grind is every day, all the time, on Gunners Collective, as well as right here on Gunners Profiles. If you don't like me, and a lot of people don't, homes, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. The coming together, the knowledge you can't get in college, the real, indubitably, the real shit. You know what I mean? Someone's got to speak on it. Obviously, fucking Adam thinks it's a joke. I don't, homes. You know what I mean? I think it's real. Bang, bang. And in that fashion, Shout out to all my real ones.